Sit back, strap in, and get ready for After Hours with TC Restani. This is Abigail Harwich, executive producer, welcoming you to the show. And now, TC Restani!
Alrighty there. Welcome to the After Hours of TC Restani, the podcast. I'm TC Restani, emanating from the palatial podcast penthouse, and I'm going to go around the horn and introduce the people who are here in person, and then someone joining us virtually. Starting off with the greatest celebrity stalker of all time, South Boston Jeff. What's going on, Jeff?
Who, me? Yeah, all right, I'm here. Hey, what's happening, Quincy? Hey, great to be here. Great, TC.
Well, speaking of that, Quincy's right in between us, so There he is, Quincy Briscoe. What's going on, QB?
Nothing much. Yourself. Happy Labor Day.
Happy Labor Day. As we're recording this, it is Labor Day weekend approaching.
Well, so we'll say it early. Happy Labor Day.
Okay, there we
How's
go.
That?
That's great. You know, it's fantastic. You like to labor even though you don't have a job. All right, moving over to my greatest mentor of all time.
Around the horn.
Around the horn.
Me so horny.
Ricky Bittman.
How you doing?
How you doing?
I got a little poem for you.
What do you
Labor Day, Schmaber Day, what a dumb day. To pay some jerk to send him away to celebrate work by playing all day.
Lanny Poffo couldn't have said it any better.
I should have done it in a voice.
Yeah, I want
Labor
that.
Day, Schmaber Day.
I want that one on a Frisbee.
Now, do you know where I heard that?
No.
It was that was a Garfield cartoon from like the 80s, early
Wow.
80s. Yeah.
Good
I
for
remember it to
Garfield.
this day.
And joining us virtually, all the way from his palatial podcast penthouse, the one and the only, the host of The Rundown, CJ.
Woo.
What's going on, guys?
What's happening?
Not too much. Sorry I couldn't be there live in person, but, you know.
You sound like you're in the room.
My record still stands.
You're like a perfect attendance.
In studio always.
You know, that's fantastic. So it is Labor Day weekend as we're approaching. Does anybody have any big plans for Labor Day?
I'm headed up to Maine.
What are you going to do up in Maine?
Just a little Tosh Lynch family. We got a big family reunion on the beach, and
yeah?
they have an appetizer contest.
What is the appetizer contest?
Everyone in the family prepares an appetizer for Sunday evening dinner, so everybody eats little small dishes. And now they do get quite creative. I will say, one year a guy did some kind of oysters Rockefeller.
Oyster Rockefeller.
Yeah, and they'll get. And he did a little shot of a Bloody Mary with it, and people do deep fried this, deep fried that, and someone did these bags of Fritos with the chili in them and stuff like that. So they get really creative, and you judge it, and there's a trophy in the family.
Wow,
that goes around, and we're hoping to win it. But see, I'd rather eat the food than make the food.
What is your appetizer?
Well, just picture this now. You got one house full of people.
One house full of people.
All trying to use one fucking stove.
Uh-oh. Microwave or...
Both. Microwaves. You got the oven. You got the stovetop. Some will even use the grill.
Ooh.
So it's a lot of fighting and pissing and moaning.
Okay.
So what Tosh and I do, I looked up a recipe. It's called beer cheese dip.
Beer cheese dip.
2 blocks of cream cheese.
Right.
1 packet of Hidden Valley Ranch dressing powder, the mix.
Of course.
Put that in there. You put a half a cup of beer.
Half a cup of beer.
And you mix it all up, and you garnish it with little shredded cheddar cheese, and you put pretzel sticks in it. So
wow.
I don't really want to. I mean, what am I going to do with the trophy?
You don't care. You just want to eat.
Yeah. This allows me to eat guilt-free. So everyone else is.
Now, Rockefeller, the rich people, is that what it's named after?
I think the hoist is Rockefeller. But, see, that's my pal Ed does that, and he goes a little too highbrow.
Right.
Because one year I almost won with it. My appetizer was called MAGA. Now, everybody got really upset at that. But all it was make appetizers great again.
Well, there you go.
And I had an American flag, and I had little American flag toothpicks. And what I made was little mini fried bologna sandwich sliders.
Oh, that sounds good.
And you got a half of a fried bologna sandwich with lettuce, tomato, and mayonnaise on toasted bread. You got a little bag of chips, and you got a little Miller High Life pony. And I came in second. I was so.
What came in first?
I guess probably Swedish meatballs or something.
Swedish meatballs.
Exactly. All because, and I know it's because of the sign.
Those are the worst kind of meatballs.
Exactly. They're not even meatballs.
All right, so you're going to the Appetizer Fest up in Maine.
Yeah. Just swimming in the ocean.
And there you go. Watch out for Bruce. All right, South Boston Jeff, what are you going to be doing this Labor Day weekend?
Well, I'm going to be taking a training course to become a personal assistant because I do a lot of chasing after my dad lately. So I might, if I'm going to be be taken care of them, I might as well get paid for it. So I'm taking a little training course on how to get paid as a personal
So
assistant.
SBJ is going to be a PA.
That's excellent.
SBJ PA.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, add a few more letters to the moniker. It's an honor. It's an honor, but it'll keep me busy.
How much are they paying you to be a PA?
It looks like they start at $16 an hour.
Righteous bucks.
I'll tell you right now, and you can take care of us when we all get older.
You can take care of us now. What are you talking about? But we charge a little less down here. We offer cheese balls and fried bologna sandwiches.
Jeffrey, it's time to lance my boil.
Quincy, a little over here, a little long strung in the musk tonight. What are you going to be doing over the weekend?
It's taking it easy, but you know what? We just came back from a very important road
Which
trip.
we will get into after we ask CJ what he's going to be doing over the weekend. You want to interrupt CJ?
No, CJ goes first.
Okay, all right, then fine. Then you're going to be doing the same thing you do every weekend. All right, CJ, what do you got planned for the big Labor Day weekend?
Well, I'm gonna slide down to Cape Cod, Massachusetts.
Woo!
Yeah, and I'm gonna break out the porterhouse steaks on the grill, and hopefully the weather is cooperative and get a little rest and some walking in on the beach. The kids have been dying to get down because they go back to school next week. So yeah, Boo is right.
Just like Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna rest down there, see my folks, and hopefully, the weather's, like I said, the weather's cooperative, and it's gonna be a nice, quiet weekend.
What part of the Cape we talking?
Manomet, right before the bridge in Plymouth on White Horse Beach.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Like sandy beaches.
Reminds me of the man I met that. No, we won't get into that.
Once was a man from Nantucket. Well, this weekend, I think I'm going to go down and join CJ for a couple of steaks, even though I'm vegan.
Beautiful.
But I'm going to be taking my nephews. We do this on every Sunday night.
Spritle and Chim Chim?
Exactly. How did you know? We go beach pizza hopping. So
I only learned about beach pizza like a couple weeks ago.
Oh my God, beach pizza is the greatest beach pizza in the world. I love beach pizza. And there are two places.
Talking Christie's?
We're talking Christie's because, there are two locations of Christie's. There's one on Salisbury, which is right down the street from where they live. And then there's one in Hampton, about 2 miles down the road.
Hampton's fun.
So last week, we went to the Christie's on Salisbury, which we do every Sunday. And I was like, you know what? Let's go see who has the better Christie's tonight. Is it Salisbury Christie or is it Hampton Christie?
Nice.
So we get 2 slices each. We get, at each location. And we give them like the Portnoy treatment of
One bite, everyone knows the rules.
One bite, everyone knows the rules. Same rules apply. Okay. Hampton Beach Christie's was superior to Salisbury.
I believe it.
And what was,
really?
But Hampton Beach is more seedy than Salisbury Beach.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of an edge to it.
Where this Christie's is, it's not on the water. It's like back a few streets.
I love my dive bars.
And we sent out my 13-year-old nephew, and there was like gangbangers and stuff going on out there. We're like, I'm not getting out of the car. You go. So he went out and grabbed it, and we did the taste test. And Hampton Beach Christie's last weekend won.
That's the seal of approval right there.
Now, whether they hold the championship this coming weekend, we'll have to let you know.
Now, how old are they, you said?
One is 20, one is 13.
Oh, you got to take them by Wally's. Wally's is a beach bar, and the waitresses dress hot.
I'm going to bring a 13-year-old in there?
He's 13. Believe me, he knows.
I'm sure he knows, but they allow him in there.
No, well, you can walk by and just check out the waitresses and let the 20-year-old.
Because that's right at the beginning of Hampton's Wally's. I saw it last week.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now.
Okay.
They're open year round.
Why don't we go there?
They're open year round, and they dress hot year round.
CJ lives not too far from there. We meet at Wally's.
Let's do it. As long as I got a designated driver. What the hell?
Well, I'm always the designated driver.
Well,
so, except when we go to Chiller.
This coming. Are you still on the hook for that, CJ?
I am. I'm gearing up. I told TC we're going to rent a car, though, because, we got South Boston Jeff coming. I'm afraid he's going to puke.
So why would I puke these days and everything? I'm like
extra insurance, and rent the truck.
I don't think Jeff's going to throw up. If anything we have to worry about, it's Quincy spilling milk.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, listen, you're not taking Bull with you, so it's going to be a stain-free ride.
But we don't know which one of the autograph hounds are coming with us, though. So
Wait a second. It's a 5-hour ride. You sure that milk is going to last?
Well, he's going to bring like four gallons with him. I guarantee that. He has 2 gallons here right now.
And you don't keep it cold.
You have your tongue and your tongue? What are you going to say?
Don't forget that was in the refrigerator earlier, so I put it right there.
But like I couldn't drink that milk if it's been sitting out. You're like a cat.
It's like room temperature. I'm grabbing the gallon here.
I like my milk ice cold. I put it in the freezer with ice cubes.
I was just going to say, now, the trick to ice cold treats, milk is one of them. You put it in the freezer for about half an hour, okay? You can put your mugs in there for half an hour.
I put my whole head in there.
Okay, but then you have to leave the freezer door open. You stick your head in there, but just don't get your head stuck to the freezer.
The ice cube trays.
Here's a question, Quince. Do you think the light goes off when you shut the door?
Oh yeah,
all right.
It goes off.
Would you like to find out?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Now, we went on a road trip this past weekend. Myself, Quincy Briscoe, and of course my mentor, Ricky Bittman. We went up to Sports World in Saugus. Phil Castanelli Sports World, right on Route 1 North. Unbelievable place for all your sports memorabilia.
It really is unbelievable. If you're out there and you're a sports memorabilia collector, you got to go to see Phil.
And the guy's been in business since 1986.
Yep.
Hooray, thank you.
So we met Jerry Mathers, who's the Beaver.
We won't get sued for using that song.
In case you didn't know what he was humming there. Jerry Mathers, as the Beaver, is the only surviving cast member of that fantastic show that began in, like the late 50s?
Yeah.
And he's now 76 years old.
Yeah.
And
looked good.
And he did look good. As you can see on the screen if you're watching YouTube, there is Quincy leaning in with Jerry Mathers right there.
Swell shirt.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, look at that.
He doesn't look bad.
Everyone has their favorite Leave It to Beaver episodes, and for me, I'll have to say when Beaver was younger, and then as he got older, well, Beaver, that report card isn't right. And to keep out of trouble, what you did was take a pen and change that mark from a D to a B. Now, that was when he was younger.
He cheated? You're trying to tell me that Theodore Beaver Cleaver cheated?
The trick is, ladies and gentlemen, people thought that Beaver cheated, okay? But to me, the way that the show is written, there's an intimidator, someone that just comes along every time and makes trouble. A guy that loves to go around and says, "Oh, good evening, Mrs. Cleaver. Oh, hi, Mr. Cleaver."
Oh, you're talking about old Eddie Haskell.
Yeah,
my favorite character.
Again.
Great actor. Great actor.
The show wouldn't be what it was. I guess, like I said, the way the show was written, because he's the one that came in and changed the mark from a D to a B.
Wow.
And Ward Cleaver, was just all pissed off, and then
Ward Cleaver pissed off.
What the fuck?
As I'm looking at this picture on the screen, doesn't Beaver look like George Soros?
Wow, yeah, a little bit, yeah. Now that I'm thinking about
He could be a member of the New World Order.
Maybe he is. Maybe he's running the show.
You think it's Beaver?
Yeah, the Beaver stamp of approval.
He didn't talk much, though. I mean, you had a little conversation.
I did have a little conversation. It was a very nice conversation I had with him, actually, and to the point where I forgot to have him personalize my autograph, which TC tells me made the autograph a little bit more valuable.
It did.
Not that I will sell it, but I mean, and they ran out of 8x10s by the time. And I get this humongous, I think it's a 16x20 poster.
It is. It's huge.
Of a cover of TV Guide, the 4th of July issue, and little Jerry Mathers on the cover.
He's like 7 years old on it.
But it was very nice to meet him, and I told him, and I'm sure he's heard it all before. Although I did tell him I was up that morning and I had a bad allergy attack.
I remember.
5 a.m. in the morning watching Leave It to Beaver, and I couldn't breathe. And it was the episode of the when they try to sell perfume.
Wow.
He went, that's a good episode to be watching. You can't breathe, man. And then I told him I used to watch that show with my sister, who was passed on. May she rest in peace.
Now I know that Jeff and I have met Beaver Cleaver.
That's why I would have been with you, but I've had the thrill. I've had I've had my picture taken between them.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if we find the picture. You can see it on the screen right now. If it's not there, we didn't find the picture, and it was back in 2018 or 19. We were at the Super Mega Fest up on the Mass Pike, and you got your picture between The Cleaver Boys.
Yeah, between Wally and the Beaver. I mean, like when I had Wally Cleaver next to me, which is rare and everything. I started talking and like, oh, gee whiz, it's a. You know, even you start talking that, you start talking the lingo.
So you're good. You can remember things like that. What I wanted to say to Beaver was I wanted to have him sign it to Rick. Stop wrecking stuff. Like that's something like the Beaver would say, or to Rick, rat, rat, rat. Remember, he used to always go rat, rat, rat. Remember that?
Oh yeah, Beaver went the rat.
Yeah. So then I just next thing I know, he signed it and is like, "Here you go, get out of here,
get out of here." You know what? I was amazed at when we got there. We were jokingly thinking there's gonna be like 10 people in line.
I could not believe.
There had been like over 100 people there.
Yeah.
Easily, and it's like, wait a minute. We actually left, had lunch, and came back, and the line was still long.
Yep. Now, and we're talking a lot of little kids there too.
I noticed a few little kids, but most of the people were like 50 and over.
But there was sets of parents with young kids,
right?
You know, and you can tell these young kids are watching the show and they like it. The show is very universal, I think. I mean, it's still good.
Why don't they have? Why are they in black and white?
Yeah, well, some kids are cool though. They can get around that.
They can get around that. Just imagine those kids never grew up with a black and white TV.
I know. Yeah.
Well, don't forget, black and white TVs were like antenna TVs. Maybe it's just the way TV was invented.
I never had an antenna growing up. Did you ever have an outdoor antenna?
I did not. No,
yeah, I never. I just had the rabbit ears.
Get the rabbit ears.
You probably had an outdoor antenna because you're kind of suburbanite.
Yeah.
Well, that's CJ. CJ, did you have an antenna on your roof?
I didn't. I had the rabbit ears.
All right.
Yeah, see,
old school rabbit ears. And I'm sorry.
My father was a pain like that. He didn't want anything on his roof at all.
I believe
nothing's.
Yeah.
So later on, when I rented the apartment next door because he had a duplex, I went and I got DirecTV, and it pissed him off to no end.
With a little dish.
Oh, he hated that. He was so irate when I got that. But yeah, growing up, I had the black and white Magnavox TV in my room. No cable, rabbit ears all the way, and then I had to get up to change the channel, something that my kids can't appreciate.
No.
Now you can talk to the remote control and it'll do it.
Exactly.
Absolutely. You do it from your phone.
I used to love the rabbit ears when it wasn't the reception coming in. You grab the Reynolds wrap.
And
just make the antenna bigger.
Yeah.
That's when you wanted to pick up channel 27 out of Worcester.
Out of Worcester, yep. Good old 27.
That's when you would pick it up. I can't see it.
Yeah.
You know, my mother used to watch something on there, and I go, okay, I saw this on TV. I'll be right back. I ran to the kitchen, grabbed the Reynolds wrap, made this humongous, antenna extension.
And a hat.
And it came in perfectly crystal clear. It was awesome.
And I always knew when my mother was making mashed potatoes because the screen would go crazy.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point right there. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Any kind of appliance would always screw with the reception.
The electricity, you could see these little wavy lines.
I remember my first color set that I owned on my own. I was working in a grocery store, and they had the Christmas party, and I drew the number to win the color television set. That was a big deal. It was a 20-inch color television.
That's better than the appetizer award.
Yeah, damn right it is. But the brand name of the TV was SAMPO.
Sampo?
Sampo. It wasn't a Sanyo. It was a Sampo. I mean, it was a complete knockoff. But I had that TV forever, and it was a really good TV.
We still have a TV down here somewhere at Restani Productions that was made in like the 30s and 40s.
We used to have a mountain of them, remember those?
And we had Chip, the engineer kid?
Of course.
He actually got it to work.
I believe that.
And
that kid's amazing.
And it worked. I mean, it was shitty reception, and it was black and white. It was like that TV in the beginning of Back to the Future 3 when you go, howdy doody time. It was like that.
Look at them now. Just think about that. Like, no, the kids of today have no comparison. That's like it's as thick as your laptop here. I mean, what?
You're talking about the LED over there screen. Yeah,
it's just amazing when you think that. Remember the backs of them were like 3 feet wide and like a big tube in there,
and they got hot in the back.
Heat coming off them.
And if you wanted to move one to room, you need like 7 people.
Yeah. I'm like the cats would always sleep on top of them because they got cat can't sleep on top of them.
No, and now you can use it as a shelf.
Yeah.
Not the ones now. I'm talking about the old school ones.
There's like statues on there. Christmas.
The consoles.
Christmas little village set up.
The old fashioned ones with the wooden frames around.
Yeah, right. 90% wood and 10% screen.
Those were grand. Yeah,
it was fun.
Those things were built to last.
Yeah. Oh, you
I mean, nowadays you get an LED screen. You're lucky if you get 4 years out of it.
And when those wooden ones would break, you'd get the portable and put it on top of it.
Right. But don't laugh. My mother had that up until like a couple of years ago.
I believe it.
We put the new one, the flat screen, on top of the old wood console. She put like a tablecloth over it and used it as a table stand.
That's it was she was your mother have Irish in her?
She was the Irish one.
Okay, I was
she
gonna
was
say,
the
that
Irish
sounds
one.
like Irish to me.
And when she passed away, that got tossed.
Yeah.
And I can remember the junk guy coming and goes, "Oh, not another one."
Yeah.
And he had a Jose, and come up, and they took like 4 guys to lift this thing out.
That would just take a sledgehammer and
it wouldn't break. Those screens
no.
wouldn't break ever.
they had the glass. Remember, you like flick it and you can hear. Like,
And then when you shut off, you had that little dot that would like
that would like stay forever.
Right.
I remember I used to put my color forms on the screen of the TV.
Color forms?
I would play with
Oh,
color
my
forms when I
God.
was a kid, and I remember my Robin color form slipped down into the TV, and I thought I screwed the TV up, and I wouldn't tell anybody. I was waiting for the TV to break down for like weeks. I was like 7 years old, maybe not that old for color forms. I don't know. Back in the day, I don't know. Maybe
What
it
if
was
Robin just came magically across
That's
the
what
screen?
I kind of waited for that one night. Like my mother's watching Dallas or whatever. Look, there's Robin. What's he doing in this episode?
What's Robin doing on Pam's tits? I love Pam's
color
tits.
form. That brings me back. I had the Smurfs color forms, and like all of them.
were the best.
Yeah.
Planet of the
colorful.
Apes. I had them all.
I had Presto Magic.
Yeah, that was the one where you Presto Magic. You had to scratch it with like a key or something.
No. Presto Magic. CJ, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Absolutely. I used to
Makes
buy them by the
action
handful,
come
man.
alive.
Number 2
Presto
pencil.
Ma- Yeah.
Presto Magic was basically you would walk through the checkout line at like Kmart or Bradley's or something, and they were in a plastic container, and it had a backdrop, and you would peel off like Shaggy, like of the Scooby Doo one, and you could place them anywhere on the background, and if you didn't like it, you could peel them off and move them somewhere else.
It was the same as color forms.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, pretty much.
These were Presto Magics.
Yeah.
Really?
I remember the Empire Strikes Back was big. They had the Presto Magic Empire Strikes Back with
I gotta
the
go look at this now. 'Cause I don't remember.
You know
this
what
at all.
Presto Magic actually kind of was in my warped mind? A prototype for Photoshop. If you do Photoshop, it's all about layers.
That's pretty cool.
You have
Actually.
a background. Maybe that's how I got advanced in Photoshop at such a young age because of Presto Magics.
There you go.
I actually have something
they
for
were
you to
cheap,
Photoshop
yeah.
for me tonight.
Uh-oh. So you found that picture of Gage?
Yeah, try to Photoshop the smile off my face. It'll never work.
You couldn't even use a chisel for
I'll
that.
never forget that night.
I will never forget that night either in
What
Rhode
a
Island.
doll.
But stores like Woolworths and thing like that used to sell Presto Magic and everything. But
Yes.
I remember I used to always love buying like little toys and the figures from Woolworths and everything. I mean, they were like the last minute birthday toys. But I bought one from there. It was like a bird monster and a woman riding the bird monster. But they ripped off Heavy Metal. But it was like a $5 set. For something that they ripped off of the movie in the cover of Heavy Metal and everything, that big winged bird monster and a lady. I wish I still had it. It could be worth money.
Could be. CJ, what was your favorite Presto Magic?
Oh, it had to be Star Wars.
Really? Okay.
It had to be Star Wars. Actually,
Yeah,
there
I
was a
remember
store
the-
up in,
I remember
my
the
neck of the woods, and my mother used to get them all the time, 2 for $1. And I used to go in between the Star Wars ones and the World War II ones.
Wow, I don't remember those.
Oh boy,
Yeah, that sounds
neither
cool.
do I. That
Pretty cool.
like, but
Pretty cool.
yeah, I remember the commercial went makes the action come alive.
Yeah, the Star Wars ones were
Presto
fantastic.
Magic, Return of the Jedi.
Better
Had a
than
little
YouTube.
magician on the cover.
It was awesome. I mean, they should bring those back.
They go back a long way. They even have a 101 Dalmatians
Really?
version.
They should do one now. It's like Breaking Bad, Presto Magic.
with the pants flying in the air.
Purple meth you can put it wherever you want. Or how about a shameless one with a nude Fiona?
Oh.
And you can put her in any bedroom you want.
Nice, I like that.
Oh yeah, you make the house. The backdrop is the house and everything, and you just like put her in bed with all these different characters.
Yeah, you
make what's it? William H. Macy passed out on the roof and shit.
Well, what's better? What's even perfect with that? You just brought up a great idea. You could take Presto Magics from different kits and have them bang Fiona.
Oh,
You're going to have Shaggy doing her and Fred Flintstone and all these other Darth Vader.
Speaking of, I'm done with Fiona. She's gone.
I know you're sad. You sent me a text actually with a screen grab from the scene, and it was a sad episode.
I'm 2 episodes in without her. It's just not the same.
Not the same?
Because you watch each character's little story for the week, and you're like, okay, they're gonna go back to Fiona next, and she's not there.
She's not there. So CJ, let's give us some what's going down. What's coming up on the rundown? What's going on?
We're gonna hopefully I'm back in the studio pretty quick. I got some guests that are lined up that are gonna be coming back. VG Mobster is gonna be a returning guest. He's got a music demo of video game music that he wants to talk about.
Wow!
So we got him lined up, and I don't know. We'll go from there and see where the road takes us. We got some mystery guests that are coming on that haven't quite committed to Abby yet in the front office, and as soon as they do, we'll get them on the air.
We're going to actually be meeting VJ Mobster down at Chiller. He said he may pop in.
I hope that we do get a chance to meet him. If he's listening right now, we'll see you down there, hopefully.
October 25th. It's a Friday.
That's right.
It's going to be.
Can't wait.
Oh, yeah. Well, you say that now.
Yeah, you say it now.
You got to remember,
Listen.
you need to go into Chiller training, CJ. What you need to do is you need to stay up like a month before, start building up intolerance that you have to stay up for
Rocky.
25 hours staying up, because that is what a Chiller day is about.
It's a long day. It's a long day. Hopefully Corey Feldman will make it worth it, right?
Or Mira Sorvino. That's who I'm excited for.
Or Electra Woman and Diner Girl.
That's right. Or hey, listen, maybe we'll get crazy and we'll go on Bill Duke's line.
Bill Duke.
KKK guy?
Yeah.
No, the dude that was in Commando and Predator.
That's right.
Menace to
Isn't that his name?
Society.
Not David Duke.
Oh, I thought it was the Ku
Bill-
Klux Klan.
Or Bo and Luke
I was gonna
Duke.
say, wow, things really are changing, huh?
You know David Duke. You know the black actor that was in Commando.
Because this green beret is going to kick your ass. I ate green
And
berets
I was
for
talking with
breakfast.
TC earlier,
Wait a minute.
and he tells me that there's somebody that's teased to be at this next Chiller event, and that TC tells who that is.
Okay, well, Chiller Theater, which we're going down to, we're taking CJ down there on October 25th, is they tease guests now.
Yeah.
Like the first tease they had the scene from Back to the Future 2 where it was the antique shop where the almanac was found.
Yeah.
And that's Biff was the guest they announced.
Ah.
Bill Duke was announced, and they showed a scene of the jungle from Predator. The latest one they have out there is a silhouette of someone's hands holding a boombox.
John Cusack?
I would imagine that's who it would. He would be a good one.
If it's not John Cusack, I think it's going to be Ione Skye. The girl
Yeah, it might
from
be her. Yeah, I would say. Because he's kind of a prick. I mean, he was at a basketball game a few years ago and he wouldn't stand up for the national anthem.
Really?
Yeah, he's just got real pissy and and then his stock kind of dipped.
Maybe, you know what?
after that.
Maybe now that's convincing he is going
That's
to be
what I'm
there
saying.
because
His
he
stock
hasn't had a
kinda
job.
dipped. Yeah, his stock kind of dipped, I think.
So John Cusack. And his sister's great on Shameless is Sheila.
That's oh my God, she was my favorite character.
She's the only one on that show that won an Emmy.
I'm telling you, I pray that she comes back, but I know she's not
she's
going to.
done so many good characters over the years.
I remember seeing her for the first time in
My Bodyguard.
Yes.
That's what it was, Jeff. Okay,
That's
I was
right.
thinking,
Yeah,
she was great in that. Remember he teased her and he goes, "Want to go out tonight?" She goes, "Yeah, okay, you have a good time." What was the one when? Oh, was it 16 Candles where she had like the neck brace on? She was trying to drink out of the
She
fountain?
did, yeah.
Okay, that I was thinking that was her first one. No, you're right.
And she also seduced Uncle Fester in Adam's Family Values.
That's right. This is the time of year I watch My Bodyguard, though. This is a good time of year to watch that movie.
Kind of sexy in
My
that,
Bodyguard.
but yeah.
Unbelievable.
Having 3 different shows here.
It's going to be fantastic. And, sad to say, we had a passing in the world of professional wrestling. Yeah. I don't know why you have a beef with this guy.
I don't have a beef. I'm just not that tore up about it.
But
I mean,
Sycho Sid.
I think he was a little over the top. I think he could have used a little training. He's kind of like Goldberg. It's just too much.
You're not wrong. Sid Udy, who of course made his debut in 1989.
Udy?
Sid Udy.
No wonder they changed it to Sid Vicious.
And
Wait a minute, don't you remember when he was Sid Justice?
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, I can do the history of Sid. Sid was actually Lord Humongous down in Memphis under a mask, doing the whole ripoff from Road Warrior.
Did he do a British accent?
No, he didn't.
I'm Lord Humongous.
And then he became Sid Vicious in the WCW. He left there to become Sid Justice in the WWF.
Fucking McMahon.
Went back to the WCW as Sid Vicious once again. Went back to the WWF as Sycho Sid.
Sycho Sid. I remember Sycho
And
Sid.
he kind of then went back once again to WCW. And then when they had out of business, he vanished.
They should have called him Ping Pong.
And he had remember the infamous scissor fight with Arn Anderson in London, England, which was real.
Yeah, I 100%. Yeah,
And they stabbed each other. And then everybody started calling him Sid Scissorhands.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that was bad news.
But okay, what's your beef with Sid?
Like I said, I just think he was way over the top. He was like too much. It's just, I mean, I know he's supposed to be Psycho Sid and Sid Vicious and all that, but I just and then like when he turned face. Remember the time he turned face and he stuck his head through the curtain and he looked around?
That was Sid Justice.
Yeah,
he was the referee at SummerSlam '91 in a match made in hell.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't. And there was a recent video where they were talking about he's like saying how he should be in the Hall of Fame because it brings attention to some of the other. I mean, I don't see him. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer.
Oh, I definitely do.
I don't.
He was world champion of the WWF and WCW.
I get it, but I just don't see it. I'm sorry, personally, I don't see it. You can't say Roddy Piper is in the Hall of Fame and Sid Justice or Sid Vicious. I mean,
okay, Drew Carey's in their Hall of Fame.
That ain't got nothing to do with that.
All right. I thought he may have like stole your popcorn at the garden.
No,
or something.
I very rarely do I ever really speak negatively about anything. It's kind of like a problem I have. But I just was like, yeah. I mean, listen, it's terrible he died. The man had children and grandchildren. It's sad, but from a wrestling standpoint, I mean, if Honky Tonk Man died, I'd be heartbroken.
Oh, so would I.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, it was 36 years ago.
I always bring it up.
Today, SummerSlam '88, when he lost to the Ultimate Warrior in 30 seconds. And a friend of mine named Bob texted me, goes, remember 36 years ago tonight, you spit on the TV screen when he lost?
You did?
I did.
Oh, my God.
I hocked a loogie on the Warrior when he was holding up the belt.
Was it your TV?
Yes, it was my 19-inch colored TV.
Your poor mother.
And no, this is my upstairs one. We had a lot of TVs. That's why I got
Don't spit on your own TV, TC.
Oh, I was mad. I was mad.
I bet you were.
But then I realized when I talked to the Honky Tonk Man years later, I go, 31 seconds. He goes, brother, I'll tell you why I did that. Because he couldn't work for shit and he hurt me. And I said, the quickest way is the best way.
Yeah.
So that was all his idea.
Yeah, I could see that.
And it made an impact.
Yeah.
Here we are talking about it 36 years later.
Yeah.
I didn't tell him that I spit on my TV screen, though, when it happened.
You should have, actually. He probably would have liked that.
Well, we were too busy talking about ring rats.
On your TV screen.
On your TV screen, you fucking mark.
Yeah, he's good for the occasional wisdom. The honky tonk.
He is.
Like about coloring my hair and everything. He's the one who pointed me for the L'Oreal. I don't go for that just for man shit, but the L'Oreal with the.
You're right. You know who taught him that?
No.
Paul Bearer.
Oh, wow.
Ooh. Paul Bearer goes, because I heard him on an interview one time, and he goes, Honky Tonk Man's real name is Wayne.
Yeah.
He goes, Wayne, you still dyeing your hair? And he goes, yeah. You taking my advice? Oh, that's right, Paul. Or Percy, whatever they used to call him. He goes, yeah, it's Miss Claro, because like Jeff said,
Miss Claro.
That just for men shit don't last long. So there you go. So if you're graying out there and you want to dye your hair and you don't want to get some just for men,
maybe I should do that.
I think you should do that. I think you should get some take a Honky Tonk Man and Paul Bearer's advice.
Okay.
CJ, what do you think about that?
I agree. I think if you're going to dye your hair, you should definitely use women's products.
Yes, and take the advice of Paul Bearer and the Honky Tonk Man.
We're learning so much tonight.
Honky Tonk is a classic.
And Bobby Benton. She says she uses the L'Oreal too. Bobby Benton. Oh.
Bobby Benton had the puffiest nipples in the world.
Oh, she did.
Beautiful face too.
Oh yeah, well that's why Hugh Hefner was tapping her on the side.
She was gorgeous.
But I never saw her in Playboy until I was much older. But I remember her on Love Boat and Fantasy Island and whatnot. And then when I saw her, I was like, man, she's got the puffiest nipples in the universe.
Now, I got a question for you. Yeah, I got a question for you, CJ. Do you remember The Death Stalker? Do you remember the movie called The Death Stalker?
The Death Stalker. I can't say that I do, Jeff.
Yeah. It was one of those. It's one of those medieval, like Game of Thrones type movies, but it was a lot smuttier and everything. And Barbie Benton was one of the women in it, and so was that lady who played Mr. Vargas's wife in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. But the Death Stalker. Yeah, it came with like 2 sequels, but it was great and everything. I'll loan it to you sometime.
Was that like a Beastmaster?
It was. It was kind of like he was almost like a Conan, but he was he was a straight up dick and everything. He didn't. He robbed. He raped a lot more women. He was in it for himself. He was a thief, and he had to fight in this kumite, like this challenge to win a castle. And
Kumite.
Yeah, it was. I'll loan it to you sometime.
I'm looking it up here. Death Stalker.
Sounds good.
It came out in 1983. It was made in both Argentina and America. A sword and sorcery movie directed by James Sabel, whatever. And you were right. It starred Rick Hill, Barbie Benton, Bernard Ehard, and Lana Clarkson. Is that her?
Yeah, that is her from Fast Times and everything.
Let me check. Let me make sure that you. Oh, she passed away.
Yeah, wasn't she one of the like Jeffrey Epstein girl? Something controversial.
She the blonde.
She was the blonde. She was hi. She was only 40 years old when she died.
I remember her. She had big boobs, man.
She did indeed.
Amazing tits. Yeah, she was. But they are both Playboy women, both Playboy women, and everything.
She in 2003,
both centerfolds.
Record producer Phil Spector shot and killed her.
Oh, that's where I remember. Phil Spector. Yeah,
the Wall of Sound
inside his home, and he was charged with second-degree murder. I mean, she was a good-looking one. She was only 20 years old when she played Mrs. Vargas.
Wow, I'll be.
Wow.
So she was probably like 18 when she played the character in Death Stalker, and she was doing sword fights with her boobs flopping around. It was great. Nice. And And like there's a guy at that's the key, CJ. There's a guy at the Chilla that sells all these movies and everything that came out. They're like 80s. Yeah, they're like VHS redos and everything onto DVD, but they have all these titles from the 80s. Any 80s title you can think of. And I have my copies of Deathstalker 1 and 2.
I actually think
I'm gonna have to watch this movie.
I actually think that's my friend Chad down at Chiller. Remember that big tall kid who looks like the one-man gang?
Oh, yeah.
That's who he works for down there. Yeah, he's a good kid. He's out there as Horror Movie Barbecue, and he was the #1 Sid fan in the world. He's not going to be appreciative of what Ricky Bittman said over there.
Listen, I just call him how I see him.
All right, well, you know.
Yeah, he's not going to be slipping you free movies.
Right, well, he won't be going to Chiller. It's
too much. Too much.
All right, he just showed me a picture of Sid. But that's fantastic.
He's probably going to the ring to fight Johnny Rods or something like that.
No, that was WCW.
I know, but I'm just saying, there's too much passion.
Johnny Rods,
the unpredictable Johnny
Rods. Oh my God!
But he would go into the ring and just viciously destroy him with that face. Yeah, when that's the face you say for Ric Flair or somebody else.
Somebody who's credible.
Yeah.
Okay, unbelievable. I'm getting through my earpiece.
I didn't like his hair.
I'm getting through my earpiece. We have to take a big-time commercial break, and we'll be back with more fun of the After Hours with TC Restani, the podcast.
Hi, this is Quincy Briscoe. To all my fans, don't drink and drive.
All right, welcome back from that big-time commercial break. Don't drink and drive, as Quincy Briscoe says.
That's right. For those of you who are new on the circuit, here's a message from Quincy Briscoe. This is Quincy Briscoe out there to all of you, especially this time of year. Don't drink and drive.
Hey, man, what if I like to drink and drive? What are you going to do about it, sucker?
Well, if you drink, then don't get behind the wheel of a car.
How am I going to get home, man?
You get a designated driver.
Oh, man, ain't no way to do that for me.
Oh, no. You get the designated driver.
I'll call your house. You come pick me.
No. Because there's two different alternatives for those who drink and drive. You're going to get picked up by the police officers of whatever town you're in, or you're going to get picked up by the paramedics to be injured because you drunk and drive, or you're going to get picked up by a third guy who's going to do an autopsy on you called the coroner.
An autopsy?
Yeah, an autopsy.
Yeah, an autopsy.
Wasn't she with Peter Cottontail? Mopsy Flopsy and autopsy?
These are called an autopsy by the coroner. So if you drink and drive, those are three different ways you're going to get picked up.
But it's so much fun. It's so much fun.
Well, it ain't fun, because you're going to get hungover. Your brain is going to get melted brain cells. And it takes away your judgment, your ability to know how to drive, when to stop for a red light, when to go on the green light.
All right, I just want to make sure you were serious about this. Obviously you are.
When, to yield to a pedestrian. All that kind of important stuff. To all of you, I'll say it again.
The roads belong to the drivers, not the pedestrians.
No. You need to watch out for pedestrians, okay? Because what if the pedestrian comes along? You need
poor
to...
little me. I can't drive. I have to walk.
Hey, Quincy. We already learned this in the commercial.
Well, I'm telling it again as you watch radio, okay? For those of you, especially this time of year,
don't drive and watch the radio.
Drink and drive.
All right, unbelievable.
They would have to change the whole ending to American Graffiti.
Yeah. You know what? They should have ran the Tory Black commercial again. Unbelievable.
Don't watch pornography and drive.
Yeah, this last weekend, I don't know if any of you guys heard, this last weekend, Kenny Chesney did a very big concert over at Gillette Stadium. He had Uncle Cracker with him. He had
Megan Maroney.
Brown Band. And the state police, it was all over the news, the Massachusetts State Police, they kicked a guy out about 8:30 right before Kenny Chesney came on. And he went into the parking lot. And there was a girl that had a Jeep Cherokee that she was tailgating out of, and he jumped in it. And he screwed out of the parking lot at high rate of speed. They followed in behind him. He got on Route 1. He smashed into a Nissan Altima and killed a 10-year-old boy. There was a family of four that was driving on Route 1 and killed a kid, put all the other family members in the hospital. The mother and the father are still in semi-comas in the hospital. They didn't even realize their son is dead.
So if this guy watched Quincy's ad, everything would be fine.
That's right.
Boy, let the air out of this show.
You're doing God's work.
Oh, don't get him.
Thank you.
You're never going to recover from something like that. Do you remember that actress, Amy Locane? She played Brandon Fraser's girlfriend in that Airheads. She
is this the same girl who screwed Eric Estrada in that prison movie?
Yeah, probably. She's always playing. She's got the long blonde hair. She's always playing a slut and everything. But
nice.
Yeah, she lost her career and everything. She killed an old couple and everything, drinking and driving. She'll never get her career back.
You know, well, listen, drinking. I mean, hey, listen, one of TC's first guests was Pat Morita, and he was drunk on a show.
Well, he wasn't driving though. I drove him.
Oh, you drove him.
Yeah.
I thought he drove you.
No. He drove us crazy that night because he wanted more booze.
Anybody else have any more horror stories?
I understand you have a... Go ahead, CJ.
I was just going to say, I always wanted to ask you, who was more hilarious on that broadcast for you, on or off the camera? Sherman Helmsley or Pat Morita?
Oh, Pat Morita.
Better. Yeah.
Sherman Helmsley was a quiet guy. He went over to a corner with Bull, trying to hustle weed. Yeah. Because he thought Bull was high the entire time. I had to tell him, no, this is Bull 24/7.
Yeah.
He's like, oh. But Ricky Bittman, to get some more energy and positivity back in this broadcast, you got another game.
Oh, I do. I got a little game just in case. I prepared something. I was perusing. One of my hobbies is perusing. Jeff's got something too. I just remembered.
Oh yeah, I prepared one myself since I'm undefeated. I thought I'd give it a whirl.
I'm going to do three quotes though, because I think you're going to.
We're going to do both games.
All right. But I just want to make sure. I don't think I told Jeff what we got. We got three quotes, Jeff. And these quotes, you got to tell me who said them. Kanye West or Mother Teresa. All right?
Okay.
Okay.
Now, for those who know, like myself, who is Kanye West?
He's a rapper.
He's a rapper.
He's a rapper, and he's an outspoken influencer, and he preaches positivity, although kind of contradictory to his personality.
All right. And
he's outrageous.
We all know who Mother Teresa is.
Very holy nun.
Our good friend John, the autograph collector, actually has her autograph and a picture with her.
Wow, that's probably rare.
He chased her down the street in Boston like 40 years ago.
All right. So really quickly, so this is a very nice quote. You got to tell me, was it Mother Teresa or was it Kanye West?
Okay.
Not all of us can do great things, but we can do small things with great love. Now, was that Mother Teresa or Kanye West?
All right. I'm going to say that's Kanye West.
Okay. What do you think, Jeff?
All right,
Not all of us can do great things, but we can do small things with great love.
Okay, I'm gonna ride with Mother Teresa on this one.
You have a guess, Quincy?
What is it exactly?
Not all of us can do great things, but we can do small things with great love. Who said that? Kanye West or Mother Teresa?
Kanye West.
Kanye West. Okay, so we got 2 for Kanye West, 1 for Mother Teresa. Now, CJ, what do you think? Do you need the quote again?
No, my heart's telling me it was Mother Teresa, but my gut's telling me it was that idiot Kanye West.
Okay, well, again, Jeff is still undefeated. That was Mother Teresa.
Wow.
I'm not comfortable with comfort.
Yeah, Mother Teresa.
I'm not comfortable with comfort. I'm only comfortable when I'm in a place where I'm constantly learning and growing.
All right. I'm going to continue going with Kanye West.
Okay. Jeff? I'm not comfortable with comfort. I'm only comfortable when I'm in a place where I'm constantly learning and growing.
Okay, that one would be from Kanye West.
Quincy?
Mother Teresa.
Okay. CJ?
I'd like to use a lifeline.
Lifeline.
Sorry, we have no more lifeline. They all died in a drunk driving accident.
I'm going to say Kanye West said that.
All right. Everybody wins but Quincy. Quincy, you were wrong. That was not Mother Teresa.
That was Kanye West.
That was Kanye West.
Is he related to
Randy West?
Randy West.
I knew he was going there. I knew it.
Better than Billy West.
He is?
Is he related to Randy West?
No.
Okay. How'd that guy have a career? His unit wasn't that big.
I'll tell you, I wish I had his career because he did them all.
Tory Wells.
Okay, I got it. Look, we'll skip it because this might take too long. Okay, I did another one. Tony Robbins or Hulk Hogan? Who said this? I woke up and realized life is great and people are awesome and life is worth living. Hulk Hogan or motivational speaker Tony Robbins?
I'm going to say that's Tony Robinson.
Okay. Jeff? I woke up and realized life is great and people are awesome and life is worth living.
I can see Hulk Hogan saying that.
Quincy, who do you think? Hulk Hogan or Tony Robbins?
Tony Roberts.
Okay.
CJ?
I'm going to go with Awaken the Giant Within, Tony Robbins.
And Jeff again. Hulk Hogan said that.
But he didn't say brother.
Wow, are you shitting
But he
me?
did
awesome. I'm telling you right now.
I can see,
kidding.
I can see, him just saying, with the awesome Ford, I can't see Tony Robbins.
For the rest of this quiz.
Was that
All banana hands.
Was that around the time when he tried to off himself and Muhammad Ali's daughter called him?
It could be. I'm just going by the quote.
Oh, okay.
The only people without problems are those in cemeteries. Tony Robbins or Hulk Hogan?
The Undertaker. I'm going to go Tony Robbins on that one.
Okay. Tony, the only people without problems are those in a cemetery. What do you think, Quincy? Tony Robbins or Hulk Hogan?
Tony Roberts.
Jeff?
I'm Tony Robbins. That's a little too profound to be Hogan.
And CJ?
Yeah, if Jeff says Tony Robbins, I'm going to go with
All
that.
right, everybody won on that.
Yeah, the Hulkster wouldn't have said
Well,
anything.
you
like
never
that.
know.
Well, it's true, brother.
The Hulk is not that well spoken.
Well,
Well, I'm reading it.
he's a real American. All right, so Jeff, you have
people who don't have problems are those in cemeteries, brother.
Okay, brother.
Okay, brother.
He could have said that to the Undertaker.
He could have said that to the Undertaker. All right, Jeff, you have your little notebook open down
Yeah.
there. What's going on
this
here?
is because, CJ, are you familiar with our I'm gonna read three stories, and one of them is fake, one of them is fake. Two of them are real. One of them is fake. Are you aware of how we do it over here? I'm figure since I'm undefeated, I'm gonna see if I could stump yous on it.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay.
So I got to tell you which one is the fake one.
Yes.
Yeah, he reads them all, and then we go around saying which one's the bogus one.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Okay. Story number 1. Friday the 13th star Kane Hodder. He actually holds his own spot in the Guinness Book of World Records for actually being engulfed in flames for a full 18 seconds. I mean, that is why he holds his he's in the Guinness Book of World Records for being engulfed in flames for 18 seconds.
Wow.
Okay, so that's story number 1.
Okay, story number 2. In 1968, when they directed the movie Cool Hand Luke, the director got actress Joy Harmon to play the girl washing the car and everything. They bust her out to San Joaquin River and everything. So there was only one bus that went to the area that day. So that after they filmed her that night, after they filmed that famous scene, they said that, it was a party every single night when all the boys were just relaxing, and she got a little friendly with a couple of cast members from that movie and everything after a couple of cocktails, including the director Stuart Rosenberg, of course Paul Newman, and Harry Dean Stanton and a few others. So Joy Harmon, got a little friendly. It was kind of like a gangbang. They put a little train on her.
Wow. You mean Lucille?
Lucille.
My eyeball is see.
That's story number 2. Story number 3, 1980, when they were filming the movie The Shining, there were the famous scene with the bathroom scene with Jack Nicholson I forget, Sir John Gielgud? No. What's the name of that actor?
He was in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Yeah, that guy and everything.
The British butler.
Yeah.
Oh, Denham Elliott.
Denham Elliott played Marcus Brody.
Oh.
Okay, well, it has nothing. All right, so
guy.
They set up. Yeah, they set up
But he was in the
They set up so they made an extension, set that set up, and added a couple of big fake toilets, and Shelley Duvall actually came in there and dropped a Duke into one of the fake toilets. So
Jesus,
and they one of them had to clean it up. Sam Kubrick had his assistant to do it and everything. That was one of the reasons why he was so frustrated with her on set and everything, is because she blasted one on set in the fake toilet.
Oh. Okay, so which one? So the deal is, which one of these stories is real?
Yeah.
No.
So we have Kane Hodder, and is he in the Guinness Book of World Records? The girl from Cool Hand Luke running a train, or Shelley Duvall dropping a deuce.
Only one is real? I thought we were picking up the fake one.
We no, only one is only the fake one. Only one fake one.
Okay. So you were saying you had a
okay. So we're picking out which one is fake.
One of these stories is bullshit.
Yes.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm going to say the one that's bullshit is Shelley Duvall doing some Duvall shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, I think I know which one you're going for, Quincy, your old Frau Kane Hodder. What do you think? So which story are you going with, Quincy?
May as well, you're right. Might as well try Kane Hodder.
You don't think that he's in the Guinness Book of World Records?
He's in there, but he's a good wrestler, right? Isn't Kane Hodder one of the...
No,
Okay.
he played Jason.
Oh, all right, okay. Yeah,
All right. CJ.
yeah, you're right. Okay, you're right.
CJ, what do you think?
I'm going to say I'll bet Kane Hodder is in the Guinness Book of World Records, and I believe that Shelley Duvall probably got drunk and dropped the deuce. So I'm going to say the train story is bullshit.
The Cool Hand Luke story. And how about you? How about you?
First of all, I want to say these are excellent, Jeff. You really got me because I have no idea. I'm not very well versed in my Friday the 13th, but I would have thought I would have heard this fact from one of you two, because no matter what, I don't think a day goes by where we don't hear something about Friday the 13th, and I think I would have heard that. So I'm going to say that's true. I don't want the story about the train to be true. I can't imagine. I'm like CJ. I can't imagine Shelley Duvall taking a deuce in a fake toy. I mean, she's a woman. A guy maybe. The guy that played Bluto maybe, and that did Popeye maybe, but not Shelley Duvall. I know we're talking different movies. Like Nicholson would have done it just out of spite. So I'm going to say the Cool Hand Luke story is a fake story.
And you would be correct.
Oh, thank you.
And so was CJ.
Excellent. Yeah. Because I was just like, that would be so sad. Like they ran a train on that poor sweet hot chick. I mean, my God, she was.
And Stuart Rosenberg, I think he was like in his 70s when he directed that movie.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, like true. I thought that the director would she would do the director first to get the part, you know.
But again, mine was a very shrewd guess, whereas Jeff always is a very educated. You know, he goes through my stories. Plus, I like how you got right to the point where my stories seem to go on and on. So.
Well, the Kane Hodder story is true because if you ever meet him, he wears gloves and shit. And he's scarred all over for being on fire.
Yeah, but I can't believe I've never heard this before.
Right.
It was in Friday Part 7, like the New Blood, the one with the one with the telepathic, that was the one. He was, you can count. It's a full 18 seconds of him being engulfed in flames.
Is that when he fell when he was on fire?
Yes.
Okay. Fell like Greg Valentine.
He no longer holds the title, but he did for a while.
Wow.
Yeah, a couple of other kids beat their record just on film. It wasn't in a movie.
Now, what year would that movie come out?
That would have been 88?
Okay. You ever watch like those old 70 movies where someone gets lit on fire and you can clearly see like the giant suit? Yeah. There's a great shot in The Trial of Billy Jack where you got to see this movie to believe it anyway, but at the end there's a shoot up at a school and it's a National Guard shooting the students. It's a very message movie, but this guy gets blown up in a TV station and he comes out and he's like, not only can you tell it's a suit, like he can't even bend his arms and legs. It was like the Scarecrow from The Wizard of Oz dropping dead from fire.
It was probably the same stunt man. You ever remember that show V?
Oh yeah.
They lit one of the aliens on fire.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, and he's walking like Frankenstein with the suit on. Dun, 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 dun. Wow, so Shelley Duvall actually took a dump.
That is true.
Jesus, that's awful.
Wow. Was she hammered?
No, she just like she was. She might have been, and but she just walked in there and blasted one.
Was she like a method actress where she wanted the bathroom to smell like poop?
Well, no, she thought it was a real toilet and everything, and she didn't find out until after she went and tried to flush.
And there was no flush.
Down. There was no water came out.
Oh, she didn't notice. She didn't hear the plop.
God Almighty! There was no plop because there was no water in there.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I guess she didn't have my brain tonight. That reminds me of the movie Jackass. Oh, yeah. Remember the movie Jackass?
Which one?
The first one, the funny one, when the kid goes into the hardware store and he drops the newspaper and he breaks out the newspaper. He starts, and the guy behind the counter goes, "Hey, fella, you ain't shitting in that, are you?" He took a shit in the toilet.
Yeah, he had the perfect sweater and everything. It was like a Mr. Rogers type
old
sweater.
Cardigan. And he walks out and the guy goes, he looks in the toilet and he goes, "Son of a bitch." Like, he couldn't believe, never saw anything like that in his life.
Well, but the funny thing is, I just remembered about that. Is that was the second take because he didn't make it the first time.
Oh, they kept punching him. Made him shit his
they
pants.
didn't make it the first time. Yeah, because he had he shit himself inside the van on the way over.
They had the whole thing set up to go, but because he was so close to shit, and they figured, all right, screw it, we're just gonna make him shit in the car. So they all start punching him, and he's going. All of a sudden, he just goes, "Oh!"
You can hear it.
He started shitting himself.
Well, maybe that's the topic for another episode. Where's the weirdest place you've ever taken a dump?
On a little island on a lake.
Really?
Oh, shit. I love it.
Oh, shit. Really? Unbelievable. So, CJ, have anything to add to the program? You got anything to say?
Yeah. You know, this was a blast, man. I got to say, we need more time to do these fun games. I just love the fact that Shelley Duvall took a shit in a fake toilet. But no, not nothing. I've just I've been collecting a lot more vinyl lately, so I know that Ricky Bittman could probably appreciate this.
What are you getting? Anything good?
I actually just wrote a story and posted it on my 12 guilty pleasures, but I just found a mint sealed copy of the aside from music. This is not there's no music on this LP, but couldn't help but buy it when I saw it. It was in a thrift shop, and it was a sealed copy of the 1969 Apollo 11 landing.
That's cool.
On the moon on vinyl, and it was sealed, so I grabbed that.
That's cool.
That's what it's all about, baby. I love my vinyl.
Unbelievable. And no, the latest one I got was Barnes & Noble exclusive Rumors from Fleetwood Mac. That was my pick this week.
Unbelievable.
I'm gonna see if that's on Spotify. I could listen to that when I'm falling asleep.
You know, they should redo the title of the movie and call it The Shitting.
I love it. God rest her soul, Shelley Duvall.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Quincy, it's about that time. Take the show home.
Well, thank you for watching this very important but fun episode. And we hope to see you in another very fun and important episode. And good luck to all those back to school, by the way. It's school time, which we'll talk about sometime later. But remember, for now, we never close.